What it is, what it do, what's poppin'? It's your boy Marquise Q Sav.
Hey, what's good with you, man? It's your boy Reddy Rashawn. We in here.
And it's your boy Easy. We back.
And we are coming to you live from the Foe. And that's all I'm gonna say. If you don't know where it's at, then too bad, so sad.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, gonna start this little podcast off real quick. We got a couple housekeeping. We had our first raffle not too long ago, and we announced the winner for that. Who was it?
It was Michaela Hill.
Michaela Hill. And what's her Instagram? Who is Kayla or something like that?
It was like K-Vibes or something like that. I'm not sure.
Something like that. We're going to give her
Michaela Hill. Congratulations.
Congrats.
She was one of the ones that did everything she needed to do in the raffle.
We had 4 steps on there. It didn't mean for you to follow only one.
Right.
So you had to follow all 4 to, be considered for the
raffle drawing.
For the raffle drawing.
Right.
So a lot of y'all did number 1, number 2.
We appreciate that. We're not saying that.
Yeah, I'm not saying we don't appreciate it.
Yeah. But to be entered in the raffle, you had to do all 4.
But we appreciate the support for real.
Oh yeah, everybody's a winner, honestly. Like, we won, y'all won, y'all was able to interact with us a little bit.
And Michaela won.
It's
really the first of many, so here we are.
Nah, for real. But appreciate y'all for supporting our first raffle. It's gonna be a lot more to come. Hopefully some collaborations on the way. Hopefully some items will be released, but that's gonna be in due time, nothing's rushed. What's on the menu for the day, boys? And what y'all boys been up to? We want to go dive right into what we're gonna talk about today.
We got a lot to chew on today, so look, y'all bear with us. Look, but it's gonna be a fun one. It's definitely gonna be a fun one.
Where if I have to, let me go and disclaim this: if y'all ever go to Tennessee, do not go to Gatlinburg.
Sheesh.
That is the most racist city I've ever been in my whole entire life.
What did you?
Gatlinburg.
They have a Trump store. First of all,
A Trump store?
A whole store dedicated to Donald Trump.
I bet it's not even popular. I bet it's been there since its entire presidency.
I wanted to go in there, but it just wasn't in the right place, right time. So I was like, you know what?
What you gonna do in there?
I mean, possibly if it came down to that, but I was gonna shop around and see, what all they had in there. They had, from what I saw, they had like Trump bucket hats, Trump sunglasses, Trump flags.
Yeah. Nah, boss. So I ain't going in there.
Can't do it.
I'm telling you.
But I guess going to dive into what we need to dive into. A lot of music dropped last night. A lot of music been dropping over recently that we haven't talked about. Tootsie dropped not too long ago.
Yeah, number 3 album in the country, man. I'm not gonna cap. I listened to the album.
Yeah.
I thought it was straight. I'm not gonna cap. I thought it was straight. I feel like that's a solid.
Yeah.
7.5. Yeah, like 7.5 out of 10. I can see why some girls would give it an 8 out of 10. I can see why.
Yeah.
But when I saw that it was like number 3 in the country, that I was like, I really wasn't expecting.
Like for all genres, it was like, or just like hip hop.
I'm pretty sure it was just hip hop.
But still, for it,
but like, yeah, still,
hip-hop,
that's
like,
I was.
This is not a debut, right? This is like his second album.
I think it's second.
No, I think this is his debut.
What was
I feel like because he had that Sky Red beat on there from before, so I think it's the second one.
The one that had Truth Be Told and
Yeah, but I feel like that was a mixtape though.
Oh shit, it might have been.
That was a mixtape.
Probably technically.
But he had a platinum version too.
Yeah, so it had to be an album. But I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. But I mean, it was decent.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't checked it out, y'all check it out. He's from Raleigh, I believe. I think he's originally from New York, but he lives in Raleigh or something like that.
He signed a Lil Baby, not Lil Baby, the Baby's record label, didn't he?
Yeah, South Coast Music Group, the same label the Baby signed to.
But he said he didn't want to work with him yet because he said they want both of them to get something out of the collaboration, right?
Yeah, he said in the interviews about basically like because somebody asked him why haven't you had a DaBaby feature?
Yeah.
Or why haven't you been on a DaBaby song? And basically his response was, I wanted to make sense for both of us, not just me. He said because if DaBaby get on a song with me, it's just gonna make sense for me. It's not gonna make sense for him.
So he wants it to be in
he wants to get something out of it,
right? Basically. So when I heard that, I was like,
gotta respect it.
Gotta respect it, honestly.
Gotta respect it. So do you think him, Stunner, and DaBaby can put on for the Carolinas? Because I don't think we talked about Detroit. Detroit 2 lately because Big Sean dropped that not too long ago.
Yeah,
I think it's his best album so far. But
really?
I think so.
You think so?
Really?
It's probably not better than Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah, better than that.
It's up there amongst his best albums. I was thinking, like, do you think Tootsie, DaBaby, Stunner, and even J. Cole can do something that Detroit 2 did with, like, the end of the song? Yeah, 42 Doug, Eminem, Cash Doll, like, all the Detroit artists was on one song. Do you think the Carolina can do something like that?
I feel like they can. but I feel I don't know. I mean, I think they can, but it just depends on like. I feel like we got certain artists. Well, from North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like North Carolina could absolutely do it, but in terms of like both of us doing it,
I feel like North and South Carolina have two different cadences, especially in the rap. It's like way different flows.
I feel like it's possible. Like they could do it. It just have to be. It just have to be the right beat.
I feel like some of South Carolina artists need to like develop their sound a little bit more too.
Because we have in South Carolina, Black Zach, PG Raw, G Watts,
Vino.
Well, Vino dropped something too recently, didn't he?
Absolutely.
That bitch trendy.
If you ain't listening to Pablo, man, go give it a listen.
Go give it a couple spins.
Just go give it a couple of spins, just because he's from South Carolina.
Bro, Winsboro, Fairfield County.
Even if you don't like the music, just listen to it because he's from South Carolina.
It's not even bad. Even if
He
that's not your genre.
You know what I'm saying?
But he's South Carolina native, so like,
He's South Carolina.
We have to support.
Why not support him?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm spending people from Atlanta. I need to spend people from South Carolina. That's how I look at it.
Exactly. Bro, then Lil Durk said that he said something. He was like, if they post my music, they'll call him a groupie. They ain't even meet Lil Baby.
They'll post his music. That what he said, man.
It boils down to like who you really supporting and what do you think support is? Because a lot of y'all say y'all supporting, but y'all not really supporting.
Bro, you really just gotta just put on for where you from. If that's where you from. Just
Bro, the guy, Vino's creative director or co-creative director, Cha,
you talking about
Chi, yeah. Then he said something not too long ago. He was like, we're the generation of South Carolina that's going to make the next generation proud to be from South Carolina.
I did see that.
No cap.
How y'all feel about that?
It's a fact.
It's really up to us to put on.
It's a fact.
So you think all the ways on us to put on for South Carolina? Because I feel like it's already been in development before we started developing.
No, absolutely.
It's our goal to continue it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the torch is passed. I feel like our generation has been like tasked with responsibility to make it because the generation before us, they got us to where we're at now.
Yeah.
So where are we gonna go from here? There's no need to be stagnant. You know what I'm saying? We don't get no growth or anything out of that.
I think that people from South Carolina have always been putting on, but it's a lot of people, a lot of big name artists or a lot of big name celebrities that are from South Carolina that you just didn't know that were from South Carolina, that you should know.
Even athletes and stuff.
Right. I think like what he was saying was like, because if you think about it, when I was little, I didn't know certain people from South Carolina. I didn't know Kevin Garnett was from South Carolina.
Like Chris Middleton.
Yeah, I didn't know them. I didn't know they were from South Carolina. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know Joe Frazier was from South Carolina. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I feel like what he was saying is true, but we just gotta really just be South Carolina. Like if that's where you from, now if you from somewhere else, then that's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm born and raised in this state. You know what I'm saying? So the state is all I know. So
I feel that.
So do you agree with the comment that, I know some people made this comment that the best thing to do for South Carolina is to get out of South Carolina?
I think it's important to get out of South Carolina so you know what you're bringing back into it. I feel like you gotta know how you can get South Carolina better in a sense. I feel like if you're just surrounded by what you already know, that's just comfort. You know what I'm saying? So you won't know how to be great. You know, LeBron James had to leave and go to Miami and be in that uncomfortable situation in order for him to get to the greatness level that he's at now. And I feel like it's important for you to see other things. So you do need to get out of South Carolina. You don't have to stay out, but you definitely need to have exposure to the world.
Well, I tell you, some people you want to leave South Carolina just because they say they want to leave South Carolina. Like, I hate South Carolina. I want to leave here.
But it's usually people like that always come back though.
Sheesh.
But a lot of people don't admit that they're from South Carolina until they make it though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the problem. Like Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. Where's Ray Allen from? Marion or something like that?
I think it's something.
I'm like, I don't know where you from, but I know you from South Carolina. I know he ain't from Connecticut, like you be saying.
That jump blew me.
Ray Allen's not from Connecticut, bro.
Bruh.
He went to high school in South Carolina, literally.
We claim YB and Corday, but he's not really from South Carolina though, or the Carolinas.
We trying to grab as much as we can right now.
He name dropped Florence in the interview. I'm sorry. At that point, you just put it all in my hands. At that point,
Fair.
you name dropped the city, then obviously you come on.
At this point, you wanted me to.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, it is what it is.
But it's crazy. Like he came to little old Florence, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's like a in the stars type thing. And I feel like this is that just goes and proves that this is our moment to capitalize. You know what I'm saying? Like people are coming across the city. And, you know what I'm saying? We're born and raised in the city. Well, I'm raised in the city. So it's up to us to really capitalize on it.
Right. But when I think of Florence, though, I want people to stop thinking of Florence as just a pit stop to the beach. You know what I'm saying?
That's what people think it is.
Do you agree with that?
Do I agree with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Well, it's coming up Florence with the pit stop. You can go to the beach if you want to.
Bro, but I feel like it just became levels to it. Like when I was in when I was in Hemingway, Lake City was a spot. When I was in Lake City, Florence was a spot.
Right.
Got to Florence, Columbia was a spot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's always going to be talent And wherever you're at, you just gotta find the talent.
It's the bigger city. Like, it's whatever the next bigger city or town is. That's what you like. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably how we look at it, or a lot of people look at it.
Okay, I agree with that. But along with other artists, Moneybagg Yo and Black Youngster dropped something too. Cold Red.
That tape is hard.
Right.
Surprisingly, I didn't know it was gonna be that good. I think y'all played me that song with Black Youngster was on that tape. Sing
Truth be told,
my TT.
hey, if you have a TT in your life, listen to that song and make you appreciate her a lot more.
Bro, it's just really been some good music, bro.
Oh, bro, we dropped that Broken Records with Bryson Tiller, and then all of a sudden, this deluxe.
You see that now?
Listen, I'm gonna go and disclaim this now. Them boys didn't want to drop that. To be honest with you, now, I'm not trying to be fake or anything like that, but I'm just saying.
Look. Me being selfish, I wanted to be on that episode. I wasn't able to be on that episode.
I understand that.
You see what I'm saying? That was a very important album in my life. It brought me through some very
Okay, since we didn't get a chance to ask you on the Broken Records, how much did it mean to you? Where was you at when Trap Soul dropped?
I was in the city.
I was here.
I mean, physically, emotionally.
I was senior year of high school. Dropped 2015. Senior year of high school.
Tough.
You feel me?
What a time to be alive.
I had a little. Don't
speak on it. Don't speak on it.
You know what that is. But that situation didn't go the way it was supposed to go. So I needed a little encouragement, and Penn Griffey was the one that gave it to me.
Penn Griffey.
So
What's your favorite songs on the album? If you had to say.
Oh my God, not favorite songs.
You got Don't Exchange.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Go crazy. Let them know. You can play Let Them Know anytime.
Bro, that intro and the Let Them Know probably
You
like
can play
the
Let
best.
Them Know anytime, bro. Anytime, don't matter.
Did you listen to the Deluxe yet?
I listened to a little bit last night, but last night was some other foolishness going on. So
It definitely was.
look, I just want to disclaim this. Listen,
Wait. Before you disclaim this, we're gonna go into it right now.
well, we go.
No, I'm just asking. I thought we was still talking about Bryson Tiller, but we go.
Yeah. It's up to y'all. What's up to y'all?
Go and give him this disclaimer.
Look, listen. We didn't even want to listen to the album. But
What album are you referring to?
okay, listen. Just in case, this is not promo.
No.
Just for anybody, I'm just putting that out. This is not promo. If nobody knows, Mr. Daystar dropped a project last night.
17 tracks.
And most people do not agree with it. And he's basically talking about the Megan Thee Stallion situation and the shooting, etc., etc. First of all, being someone that has been a fan of Tory Lanez in the past, I think disappointment is probably I just don't understand what he was thinking. I really don't.
I really don't think this is the prime example of not reading the room. In my opinion.
Yeah, like
the time and everything, because you have the whole Breonna Taylor situation, and then she just got recognized as being like one of the top most influential people of the year. Like, this is how you want to address what's been going on through a 17-track album.
And then the promo for it at that, the way he dropped it, he said 9 p.m. his time or whatever. Like, I'm going and I'm going to tell my story, something like that.
Right.
And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going live. You know what I'm saying? Quarantine Radio was a hit. You know what I'm saying? Break the streaming record. Why not?
That's what Meg did. So I thought he was going to do the same thing.
Let's see what you got to say. Okay. I can take maybe a song. I don't want that. Okay.
I thought it was just going to be a song, honestly.
You dropped the whole project?
A whole project.
An hour worth of project?
A project. So basically what you're saying is, this whole time you've been silent. you were working on a album, nigga?
Right.
And it's not an apology album.
It's not an apology. He didn't even issue an apology. He just said, I was drunk.
He said, this is my side.
Listen,
Sorry, we don't care about your side.
First of all, we wasn't going to even say anything about it. You said we ain't posted nothing on the page. We haven't done anything with Tory Lanez.
Really wanted to not have a hand in this.
But I want to say this to everybody. If anybody's upset that we're talking about this, I want you to blame it on the people that are listening. Because a bunch of y'all have asked, I can't wait for y'all to talk about this on the podcast.
Bro, are
y'all going to talk about this on the podcast?
I literally woke up, no good morning text, no nothing, no hey, how you doing? I can't wait for y'all to talk about that Tory and Meg situation. The streets need that. I'm like, bro,
good morning.
Are the streets safe right now? Like, I don't think this is something that who are we to talk about this situation? Like, we're not no experts or nothing. Who was on the crime scene?
Listen, at the end of the day, it was wrongdoing.
Right.
Regardless of what happened, Tory Lanez is Mr. Daystar Peterson is in the wrong.
Jeez.
Absolutely.
Not Mr. Peterson.
He's in the wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter. It don't matter how drunk you was. You got to be able to handle your liquor. Why are you letting it blam if this supposed to be your shorty, or this supposed to be your homie, your friend, whoever she is? Why are you
bringing out your firearm?
Why are you up and at the function?
Right. And why are you bringing that around women? Like, you have to bring your gun around women. Like, you can't handle this in, like, no other way except for bringing your gun out.
Bro.
And like Rashawn said, and I speak for everybody. Well, I'm speaking for me. I don't know how that boy is. But
absolutely,
I don't support anything that Tory Lanez did. Like, I feel like
absolutely
the execution was wrong. The way he went about it afterwards was wrong. Mm-hmm. And I just think that he doesn't have his heart in the right place. Like, I feel like he's not truly sorry for the situation. For what I got from the album, when I listened to it, because y'all made me listen to it.
All right. It was your fault.
Not y'all, but the viewers.
Okay.
I just think that he's not really sorry for it happening. I think he's more so saying that I forgive you for framing me for this.
What I got pissed off was that, like, he wants to be a movement for cancel culture. That's what that whole outro part, like, that's what he was basically saying. I was just like, Tory.
Because you said that I'm black, my mama's black, my baby mama's black.
I love black women.
Yeah.
Like, Tory, where's your apology at?
I'm going to say, first of all, Tory, if you don't know that, a lot of people that abuse black women are black. I don't know if you know that or not. But
Malcolm X said that black women are the most disrespected, most neglected.
They are.
So
the last married.
I just first like some stuff you ain't got to put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he did a good job with not having this side out. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there was enough space for him to be able to fix whatever he had to do in house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is some shit he should have just went to Megan directly, and like maybe he did, maybe he didn't. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Kylie didn't invite me.
None of us were there.
Nobody.
I feel like we also got it. Like, this was a function. They all were drunk. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So, like, we definitely got to take that into account. Like people were saying, it's a lot of stuff, like, we just don't really know. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that Meg probably isn't saying. There's a lot of stuff Tory isn't saying. At the end of the day, this is not the right way to do it.
Right.
It's the principle of it, honestly.
Like yeah. If this was such a good friend of yours, such a good homie, dropping a album is just not that's just not the way to do it.
But honestly, it was mainly a diss album, honestly, because he talked about Kylie Jenner, he talked about J.R. Smith, Kalani.
Oh my God.
Like,
and this is not me validating anything that's been going on. We're just giving you the information and the facts. That's all I'm doing. I'm just giving you what he told us if y'all don't want to listen or stream the music, because you have the right not to do so. But I'm going to put it out there since y'all made me listen to it.
Like I said I feel like I said this on the last podcast. Some people can't they can't take the fame, or they can't take the notoriety or the pressure that comes with that.
Yeah.
Like if you look at this, bro, they could do a documentary on Daystar Peterson. Mm-hmm. Like, because his 2020, he was at the top.
He went from straight top to rock.
He was at the top during a quarantine.
Right.
During a pandemic that nobody knew what was going on. He was at the top. And now you at the bottom. The bottom of the bottom. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't the right way to go about it. And
And then definitely saying that he called out JoJo and Kalani, saying that y'all want to take me off y'all albums, but I'm the one that got y'all the most views, like Tory.
Regardless if that is true or not, what does that have to do with anything?
That has nothing to do with nothing.
That might be true, but who cares? Like, that's not nothing to say.
And then he was like, I think he said one line where he was upset, like, y'all got my numbers and y'all didn't hit me. I'm like, Tory, you are not making yourself in a position to be available to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't issued no apology. Like, what are you doing?
This is where he went wrong at. He talked to T.I. That's where he went wrong at.
Trouble, man.
I think T.I. had a hand in him dropping this album.
Oh my God!
But you know what I think it was? I think T.I. said, "Hey, you have to,
He said, tell your truth."
Yeah, tell your truth. But he didn't say drop an album. He said, "Tell your truth." It was like, "Bet, I'm already doing that, bro."
They said Rick Ross went and bought him a car too.
Bro, who a car?
Rick Ross bought Tory a car.
For what?
Because of this, or he just bought him a car?
I don't know what the correlation is, but I know Tory just got a car from Rick Ross.
I don't think there's no correlation.
All right. At the end of the day, the consensus is
terrible execution. Even terrible preparation.
I don't even know what to say about Tory. Let's just go to the next topic, because that was, I don't know. Like,
I understand you.
It's just like, I don't know what, like,
how dumb can you be?
What was his PR team thinking? Like, when he was like, hey, I'm about to drop an album.
Tory don't have no PR team. Tory, this was an individual effort.
Yeah, this sounds,
But like we just said, we're not picking any side. We support Megan and all her accomplishments and her continued accomplishments.
Black women at that.
Black women in general at that. But Tory, I don't know if you can come back from this.
I don't know.
And I'm going to say, I hope you do better, but I don't know if there's opportunity for you to do better.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like my grandma said. I pray for you. But at the end of the day, that's all I can do for right now.
That's all I
can't listen to you right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
But speaking on the same, not the same topic, like going to a different topic about the whole, like I mentioned earlier, Brown Taylor situation. I think it was this past Thursday Thursday was yesterday. Wednesday, I think they came with a verdict that her murderers were acquitted, and I say murderers because they did murder her in her own house. They got acquitted for the charges of murder, and one of the officers only got charged with an account of endangerment.
Yeah.
And what is that exactly?
That's like endangering other people, right?
Basically, they didn't even. Breonna Taylor wasn't even a victim in this situation. Like,
it was the neighbor.
The neighbor's walls had got more justice than Breonna Taylor did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we always have said that the criminal justice system is crooked, blah blah blah. But her boyfriend that was laying in bed with her, that they tried to make it seem like he killed her. They were trying to make it seem like they were trying to lock him up for shooting back at the police officers.
But if somebody invades your home unannounced, your first reaction is probably ground to Thule.
No, and his bond was higher than the police officers that killed her. Like, is that not crazy?
Didn't they try to make him turn against the case? They offered him a plea deal.
They offered him a plea deal for murder, but then charged the cops for murder.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
I think,
really think about that. Like, honestly, think about that.
It's just disappointing, honestly. And I remember maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, where like black women were just like, I think there was a side, this was my wrong fault for not understanding and like reading the room in itself. But
speak it, brother.
And I admit my fault, but it's just like I thought this was around the time with George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, all this stuff was just coming together. Breonna Taylor as well, and I said something dumb on the lines of like we all should come together, like all Black Lives Matter, or something like that. But just seeing this, like justice in itself, there was no justice here.
Right.
Like. And to see that, like, because I had faith, okay, like, maybe this will actually play out. They already charged the officers. You know, this is the first time this is really happening in a major event like this.
They have momentum to do the right thing.
And to see the way it's laid out, it was just like, wow, like, the black women I love and, like, I appreciate and cherish on a day-to-day basis, like, to see, like, the way this is executed and stuff like that. Like, one, I was embarrassed for my comments that I said earlier. And two, it just made me appreciate it. Like, this morning I called my mom. I just told her I love her and stuff like that. Like, my sister, like, it just makes you, like, value the black lives that you have. And like when I see black women cross the street, I just have a whole different respect for them, because now that I know what the pressure they're facing with, like where's the justice at? You know what I'm saying? Like George Floyd, you know, he got all that national attention because he was a black man, but our black women are out here suffering, and it's not fair.
Suffering, bro. I just think that is there any coming back from this? Because I think they did like a history of flashback where Emmett Till's murderers got acquitted.
Same day.
So history repeats itself, unfortunately. So, like, do you think there's any coming back from this at all for America? Is there any hope at all?
Not unless they have a retrial.
How does that work?
So they try it on basically the actions. No, they don't try the exact case. They try like if the way they got to that conclusion was like actual law and stuff like that.
Because it was a grand jury that decided it, right?
Right. So what's it called? Trial where you it's like the second trial. It's But I can't remember right now. But that's basically, they would have to. They're going to challenge the law that came to that conclusion of the decision, basically.
Right.
And so, depending on that, will determine if like it goes any further. And ultimately, it could like depending on how much back and forth it gets, it could go all the way up to the Supreme Court. Ultimately, but that takes years and years.
Yeah, that take a long time.
And then
so it's not a Supreme Court case right now.
Not at the moment. And I feel like since we just brought a Supreme case, like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, unfortunately, she passed away not so long ago.
2020 taking too many people, bro.
Rest in peace.
And who was she exactly?
She was just a revolutionary, honestly. Like, the Supreme Court justice was originally founded with people that were like for the white people, you know what I'm saying? And then when you get more representation upon it, like someone like her, like I believe she was there with like Roe vs. Wade and stuff like that. Like you see people like trying to represent the liberties that every person should have and stuff like that. And so she's always been an advocate for that, you know what I'm saying? You got your left wing and right wing, the Supreme Court justice, you know, and she always happened to find that happy balance between everybody. And I just feel like, you know, with the way the nation's going and stuff like that, and the way Trump's talking about how he's going to appoint his own and stuff like that, it's just really sad to see like more heroes are being lost and stuff like that. So,
and I just want to say I apologize for not voting past. I deeply apologize for not voting past. I know how important it is to vote. We have idiots like Trump in office right now.
Absolutely.
Bro, he literally said that we virtually are immune to the virus at this point, right after 200,000 deaths have been confirmed in the United States for this pandemic.
Donald Trump a dweeb.
Bro, we was watching CNN yesterday, and I think they were asking him, like, if he loses the election when he gives up his power. He says no, because the election will be rigged.
He said, I won't accept it if we lose. I'm like, what?
He said the mail-in ballots, they're phony. I don't think we should.
He said the Democrats are trying to ruin the election. I was like, what? Why do you think everybody's against you? And if you lose, why do you think it's rigged? You don't think you can just genuinely lose an election?
Trump was able to buy his way into anything, so he always won in that sense. But this is supposed to be an election of the free people, a free election. And I don't think he'll be able to handle it. And honestly, the way things are looking, because there's some people out here that don't, realize the value of voting, like how you just expressed and stuff like that. Like, I get you may have your reasonings not to want to do that because you feel like the Democrats might be forcing the black vote and stuff like that. But look at what Trump's done. Look what his leadership has done, domestically and internationally.
Bro, the nation's in complete turmoil, bro. You see Louisville?
Bro, it's only getting started.
That's what I'm saying. And speaking of Louisville, do you know they found the guy that supposedly shot 2 of the officers at the riot?
Yeah.
And he got charged in more counts. I don't know the correct terminology, but basically he got the worse punishment than the actual murders of Brownsville.
I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at that.
You're not surprised?
No. I don't have no faith in our justice system. Like, that is a fact. I don't have no faith. Like, it's up to us and people that are coming up now to get in those roles. Because we just got too many old people stuck in their ways and try to force America that's the past.
Yeah.
That they're still trying to live it to this day. That's really all it is, bro.
Yeah, I think I saw something that was like, you can't expect a country that was built to oppress you to protect you.
Yeah, you can't. This country wasn't built for us.
Yeah.
The justice system was built to enslave us, but a different way.
So with the verdict of Breonna Taylor coming out, do you feel like at this point, like, we need to just have a whole new constitution? We need to change laws, like everything, like we really need to start over? As far as like the legal process?
I don't know about the Constitution. I just know about
okay. I'm sorry, not the Constitution.
The criminal justice system needs to be revamped.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be changed because it just doesn't work. It has separate rules for separate people. It's rules for me and you, and it's rules for our white friends. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different. It is like no matter what nobody says, like you can't list the facts of this case.
Yeah.
And explain it to anybody, and they justify why none of the officers were charged with killing her.
Right.
Like she wasn't even mentioned as a victim
in the whole case.
Like in the case, like is that not crazy? Like, and let's be real, like they didn't even arrest the cops for a minute. Remember?
Yeah, that took forever.
Like, that took forever.
And I was thinking about the other day, we were praying for an arrest, but not a conviction. You know what I'm saying? And like, why are we like we're only advocating for these small steps? You know what I'm saying? But as a citizen in the United States, you would hope that you would get that full due process.
You know why? Because we don't see the full process. That's why we hoping for the arrest. Because some of us didn't even think the arrest was going to be possible.
Which is crazy. And it's like we're just reaching for the small steps. And
why are we reaching for stuff that we know should happen? Like, why are we begging for them to do the right thing? You know what I mean?
That's why I said we're in dire need for criminal justice reform. Like, this country needs a lot of reform, but criminal justice has to be, like, gun control and criminal justice, the criminal justice system got to be, like, top two. It has to be. It has to be.
I just don't understand how... I mean, and, Sharon's the resident expert. He's a police officer and stuff like that. But I just feel like as a police officer, you have a certain power. It's like an understood power. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you see a police officer behind you. You know what I'm saying? You might slow down a little bit. You might make sure that you.
I get nervous.
Like I had a police officer following me up here before I came and got you, Sean. He turned around and did Yui, and I was just like, okay, let me make sure seatbelt on, check. You know what I'm saying?
Not speeding.
Speed, check. You know what I'm saying? Registration, already bought it.
You black? Check.
It's like I gotta go through this whole.
That's the worst check to have right there.
Can't uncheck that. I'm telling you, can't uncheck that.
It's like that whole process you gotta go just to make sure you're straight. And he's like, okay, yeah, I know I'm black. Okay, let me make sure I'm.
Did you start recording when he did the U?
No, I didn't record. I was gonna wait till he flashed his lights, and then I was gonna probably call one of y'all boys or something like that, just so y'all could be on the phone or something. But it's just we gotta go through all that preparation for something that we don't even know is gonna happen. It's just that natural fear in us for some reason.
Like we think we're doing something wrong automatically.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I saw that video of that black boy that was playing basketball. And the police officer came by, like he was patrolling the neighborhood, and he hid behind his car so the black officer couldn't see him. Well, the officer couldn't see him. That's what they were living in, bro. We're scared of the police.
It's 2020, you know what I'm saying? keep praying like for change and stuff like that. But you know, like you said, Sean, I think it just really takes some reform, honestly.
It's just reform, bro.
Who was that? The black guy? I don't know if he was representing Breonna Taylor or
the attorney general for Louisville.
So he's a prosecutor, okay? And he said he was trying to seek justice against the officers and stuff.
Oh, you talking Ben Crump?
Whoever he is, I don't like him.
Ain't he a member of Phi Beta Sigma?
We talking about the attorney general?
I think that's who he is.
Yes, he's a member of
Phi Beta Sigma Incorporated.
Okay,
all right.
Okay. Let's leave that right there. Yeah, but yeah, I just think that in general that I just don't see no hope for this, honestly, because we asked for justice, we didn't receive it, and now the world's going to continue to go on like nothing happened.
So what do we? So what do we do now? You know what I'm saying? I feel like the riots got a lot of attention, so do we continue to riot?
Bro, you see that we riot, bro. They was already prepared for the riot, so they knew what they were doing, and they prepared for it, and now they just went on to like loading up on tear gas, being able to, get all these armed forces out there.
It honestly just...
So they knew what they were doing. They was preparing for it.
It's just going to take us. Like I said, it's going to take this generation to really come up and really... We got to... It's just reform. We just got to change all this stuff. We got to get all these old people that have been in office since 1962. We got to get these people out.
It's honestly about time. And it's not like, and they're not all doing a bad job, but the world is changing. So if you haven't prepared your mind to change and be able to adapt to situations at hand, you're not going to be able to, first of all, you can't represent me. You can't lead me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a leader has to also be willing to follow. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to follow the way the generation is moving, then it's time for you to step aside.
I never understood how people that don't know nothing about my struggle are supposed to represent me.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing as like having a police officer patrol a neighborhood that he's never been in.
That don't understand it.
That don't understand that. Like, you're not going to know any reason to why things are happening or why people feel the way they feel or why they react because you do certain things.
Right.
Because you don't understand them. You know what I'm saying?
Can't police the community you don't understand.
So, y'all agree with the whole defund the police thing? Because I've been hearing multiple stories about what defund the police is. Because my first interpretation of it was taking money away from the police officers or the police departments. But I'm learning now that it's putting money into like different resources and different outlets that can use the money that we're putting into police force. Because right now the police force is not working.
Yeah, that's basically.
I feel like more so procedures and penalties for not following procedures like should be changed. I don't know if that necessarily ties into funding or not, but I just feel like there needs to be stricter repercussions for what you do as a police officer when you're in the wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like killing a life that's innocent and then the evidence is based upon that you actually committed that crime. There needs to be a severe charge there because you're taking, like, the job itself is a serious position. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody can be a police officer. And if you are one, you're expected to have a higher, like, understanding of the law. In a sense, and, like, you really should be in law school so you can have a higher understanding of the law.
First of all, that's why I keep saying reform.
Yeah.
It's too easy to become a police officer in the United States.
The wrong people become police officers.
It's too easy. In other countries, it takes 2 to 3 years to become a police officer.
You have to go to college.
Some people even serve in the military.
2 to 3 years. Mm-hmm. And here you can become a police officer in 6 months.
Right out of high school, 18-year-old can become a police officer.
Them ROTC kids, now they police officers. Somewhere.
I ain't no fault with them boys, so.
Sheesh.
But yeah, just in general.
Are the RTC kids on? I definitely, I'm about to say, you gotta.
But you know the people that took RTC way too serious, like they put on their, uniform every other day, and they was always kissing the commander's ass and shit. I ain't gonna say no names, but you know you are.
You know you are, and I hope you listen, and I hope you do better.
Oh my god!
At this point, but just in general, like I think we already talked about, like what we feel like should be the change. But I'm also at a loss for words because you have Kanye running for president right now. He's going to his little tirade and whatnot, and I don't think I'm looking back on my past support and my past decisions to support Kanye.
Where'd your support come from? What was that fueled on?
Bro, I just feel like I fought with Kanye. That's really what it is. I just fought with Kanye as an artist.
Yeah.
And I just felt like having the lesser of two evils, he wouldn't be that bad compared to Trump. I was looking at compared to like...
Yeah. I absolutely see what you're saying. I love Kanye artistry.
Right.
I
feel like he's a creative genius.
He's definitely creative, but I think it's Kanye just isn't fit to run the country. Kanye isn't fit to run his household. So, let alone, he's not going to be fit to run the country. You see what I'm saying? Like, Kanye just... I mean, of course he say he has a mental health disorder or whatever. He has
bipolar disorder.
So, if that's
should automatically cross.
If that's what he really has, then let's be serious. Like, he has legit, like, problems.
But our running counterpart, Joe Biden, supposedly has dementia. So
listen. If we stacking up Joe Biden versus Kanye West, I'm gonna pick Joe Biden.
Honestly,
Like, I understand what we're saying, but first of all, he just got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Right.
Like, I feel like if Kanye become president, he gonna be doing just like Donald Trump, tweeting everything that he want to talk. Like what? Like, first of all, like, what is he tweeting about? Like, he just be tweeting about. He be tweeting like 100 tweets a day.
As a one time, what was it? He had like 43 tweets in 1 hour.
48 tweets in 1 hour.
I was like, what is going on?
Kanye wants to do a lot of things, and I think his heart is in the complete right place. Like, I don't argue or disagree with his intentions at all. He just has terrible execution.
Yeah, he's definitely a fighter for liberty, but liberty has a process in itself, and you can't like skip that just because your name is Kanye West.
Kanye wants things to do like change over the next day he talks about it, or the minute he talks about it.
It don't work like that.
But so do y'all feel like? So what do y'all think about this whole Kanye Twitter tirade, like all his posts and stuff like that? Because as of recently, he's been kind of jumping across topics. I don't think he's like talking about being president no more as of recently, but recently he's been talking about the whole label versus artist, music industry, like corruption, like basically how these labels are taking advantage of artists.
They've been doing that for years. They've been doing that since the music business has been the music business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I absolutely see what you're saying. There's so many big name artists, your favorite rappers, that don't even own their music.
Right. And that's what Kanye's saying.
Like that. When you actually think about that, that's crazy. Like, they make so much money. Of course, they get some money too, but they making so much money for these labels.
Yeah.
So much money for these people that you don't even see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't even own the music. Mm-hmm. That's like, all right, let me go get me a great artist. I own your music now. I own your music. I'm gonna give you a little cut. Yeah. We're gonna make sure you take care of.
You're right.
But that's not your music.
Oh, by the way, and keep making more music though.
Right. Keep making more music, and it's not your music. It's my music.
It's my music.
Like, that's essentially what they're saying. So, like, I understand what Kanye's.
But they're giving them the means to do what they want to do, though. Like, they're giving this extravagant, like, not extravagant, but like the lifestyle.
No, they do. They pay for the studio time. They pay for them to do those extravagant things, like you're saying, though. But I feel like, like, it's just hard because you sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? You want to get put on. You know what I'm saying? This label you get their attention and they sign you. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the deal. But I feel like, it's just like a rookie contract when you go into the NBA. I'm not saying it's right or whatever, but like, you gotta play your years out. You know what I'm saying? If they want to give you an extension, they give you an extension, and then after that, you gotta decide what to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some people fall into the trap just getting back into the label because it's comfortable. You know, we had so much success so far and stuff like that. But you really just, at some point, you have to be an individual thinker. And I feel like artists now, just because of the way like times are evolving, like you see Drake is doing his own thing, like Kendrick. Well, I wouldn't say Kendrick, but TDE, they're usually more of a collective group. You know what I'm saying? Even though Punch and SZA have their thing going on, but you see where they're at now. But like, I just feel like artists now are in that mindset that they can have their own. You know what I'm saying? And you really, if you know the right people, you really, you know what I'm saying, you don't necessarily need the label. It's just if like you're trying to get in the right spots. That's how I feel about it.
But do you not think these artists need direction in what they're trying to do? Because if you just let somebody do whatever they want to do with no restrictions and no boundaries, I'm not going to say they're going to fuck up, but they're more liable to fuck up if they have no laws or like no rules.
I feel like for that kind of situation, you need a good attorney. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the label provides you the best attorney in the world, but you need someone that's on your side.
That's your job probably to get an attorney.
Exactly. So you need your circle. You know what I'm saying? You need your homies. You know what I'm saying? Your homies got you that far. They got you in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? Trust them until you find like maybe some higher advisees or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're mentors out here. You just got to get in the right circles.
Right.
I honestly feel like maybe taking that label away might be a shortcut just because you know what the label is going to put you on to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were talking about Tusi earlier, and he signed with the Baby's label, you know. Like, I applaud him for not trying to, like, do an instant collab with the Baby, whatever. He's trying to really make his own and stand out.
Right.
And so I feel like for an artist not to take that kind of cop-out is important because you're trying to have your own. And I feel like eventually we're going to come to a point where you don't need labels. You know what I mean,
Chance is still independent, and Tory Lanez is independent.
Yeah.
Now.
He'll be independent for a long time.
He'll be independent for the rest of the time.
Till infinity.
Look, I hope he like it. He's going to be independent for a minute.
I promise you. But even Kanye, like, you don't think there's a little bit of hypocrisy in what he's trying to do? Because he has some masters from good music.
Well, he just said he was going to listen to them boys.
That's what
but he ain't released it yet. He ain't released it yet.
He tried to play a game of Universal. He said, listen, I did it. Y'all can do it.
But he didn't do it yet. He said, I'm going to. He didn't say, I did it. He said, I'm going to give 50% of the masters of a good music artist.
Saying you're going to is essentially nothing.
But it's almost like, is Kanye doing this because he want his masters?
Yes, that's the only reason why he's doing
Absolutely.
it. That's the only reason why he's doing
Because if he had a good heart, he would have did it a long time ago.
it. He should have been dead.
But I think Big Sean tweeted, he was like, "This means so much to me," and I'm like, Kanye wasn't.
What?
I already give y'all masters.
No, he wasn't. And they probably didn't even care.
They're like, "Yeah, got me." I don't know. I feel like if I was signed on to Kanye within the last 4 years, I'd be extremely concerned. You know, as an artist and like where the direction of the label's going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he used to put out good music tapes and stuff like that. That was such a good time.
But good music, these labels do a great job in like promoting their artists. Like you said earlier with SZA and Punch.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when you think of the female counterpart or the female artist for TDE, it's SZA.
Yeah.
When you think of the female counterpart for Dreamville, it's Ari.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they do a good job of bringing these artists up and like bringing them to the limelight. But as far as like them getting what they deserve or what they work for, that's what I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the higher plan that these record label CEOs have. But Punch really said that, I mean, I'm going to remember all y'all when it's signing day. So he's basically saying that everything comes with time. And a lot of people are addressing SZA about why she's not releasing, but no one's talking to Punch, who's like, I guess, the mastermind behind all this.
Yeah, I think he might be president or something like that.
Yeah, he's definitely president. So my thing is like, there's a lot of things we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's every situation.
That's every situation. Like, we can say that Punch is not releasing SZA music, but is SZA music ready to be released right now? Like, we gotta ask the important questions.
I feel like that expectation was really put on because Kendrick dropped Damn, honestly, and I feel like that might be Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly. I feel like those are some perfect albums, honestly.
But nobody forgot about SZA though. Like, people still talk about SZA.
Exactly, and so because of how good Control was, you can't drop no mediocre shit. You can't drop no shit that's on the same level as Control.
Bro, wasn't there a rumor that she said you're gonna drop a sophomore album called Alt? I was like, bro, come on.
That was.
I should have did that. Should have got corny. No cap.
So how do y'all feel about the whole like Kanye like tweeting about all this stuff? Like, do you think
He was tweeting about Drake too, ain't he?
He keep telling Drake to call him. Drake
He keeps telling Drake. Drake is not about to call him. I wouldn't call him. I definitely wouldn't call him.
Plus all shit, and then I
definitely wouldn't call him.
Shit is still sus between that Pusha T and Kanye's interference with all that.
He must be listening to Laugh Now Cry Later. If you talking about Call Me.
You know, Kanye, you don't
Yeah,
listen
listen
to
to that.
secular music. That was
There was a lot of subliminal diss in that song, but I won't call it diss song.
Bro, I just want to say this.
Say it.
We have to give Drake credit when it's due. Like,
You have to.
Drake can make a song and he can be talking about stuff that you don't even know what he's talking about. And you think he just talking about
Random shit.
like that
baby. Like, you think
that closable gap line. I didn't know how like significant it really was.
bro, he was dissing Kanye in that whole song.
The whole song?
Laugh Now, Cry Later.
It was a. So do you think it's a diss song?
I don't think it's a diss song. I just think it's a song that he just throws some shots at people. That's Drake. That's what Drake always does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you think about it, we can't really name that many Drake diss songs.
Right.
But in all of his music, he's
We got Dopey Freestyle back to back. Yeah.
of course. Charged Up, of course.
Up.
Like, we got songs like that, but that was just like one instance. How many people have Drake had like
beef
run-ins with or beef with, whatever?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So like, I feel like he just throws shots in songs a lot. He just does that. But if you listen to Laugh Now Cry Later, it's absolutely a diss. He's dissing Kanye. Laugh Now Cry Later. Kanye got bipolar.
Wow.
He was on that thing crying. You know, he was on there crying, tweaking.
He was definitely crying. But he was peeing on his Grammy Award too.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, bro, if you listen to what he's saying in that song, bro.
Y'all do sound bipolar when you think of the title.
That's
It
what I'm
sounds like a
saying.
split. Laugh now, cry later.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. I guess you know now.
But Kanye recently said that him, Jay-Z, J. Cole, and Kendrick need to all come up with a record label and sign
I bet they haven't talked.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not about to have no communication.
Bro, he really was. We took a trip. Now we're on your block, and it's like a ghost town. Like,
Bro, didn't he have a song called
Ghost Town? And you remember on
Hold the fuck
You
up.
remember on Sicko Mode?
Yeah.
We crept down the block to go. Bro, that song he was talking about going to Kanye's house. In that song, Sicko Mode.
Hold on.
But you think Drake really would do some shit like that? Or you just talking like?
I'm just saying that's what he's saying in the music.
Yeah. Okay. No, I feel you.
And I don't know if y'all know the second verse when he was like, when they tell the story, that's not how it went. No, they be lying 100%. That on that verse when he was talking about a young lady that was pillow talking, and he was like, Nazi came back and said she didn't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
he's talking about Pusha T's the 40 situation.
Yeah, exactly.
If y'all don't know the situation, this is what Pusha T said. I don't know if this is what Drake said. This is what Pusha T said. Pusha T, because Drake thinks that Kanye told Pusha T about his kid. Mm-hmm. That's how Pusha T like had the diss. But Pusha T came out in the interview. If y'all can watch the interview, I think it's a Joe Budden interview. But he said in the interview that he found out through a young lady that 40 was dealing with.
Yeah, right.
And the young lady that 40 was dealing with was friends with Pusha's old lady. That's how you found out.
So basically, 40's old lady told Pusha's old lady who told Pusha.
Precisely.
But niggas run that shit down tonight.
That's what he's saying in the song. Like, if you honestly listen to it,
that's what it is.
Bruh, I'm telling. Bruh, I watched the Rap Genius interview too, and he was saying like people was trying to figure out why he had Lil Durk on the song.
Yeah.
What city's Lil Durk from?
Chirac.
Sheesh.
What city's Kanye West from?
Chirac. But I feel like two people getting this: Kanye, of course, and also 6ix9ine.
Well, 630 definitely came 6ix9ine, but I feel like that's some. Lil Durk been doing that for a minute now against 6ix9ine. Like this ain't the only song.
Yeah. But you know, 6ix9ine he been
tweaking.
Yeah, he went to O Block and all kind of stuff. So,
really
so Lil Durk honestly he can talk about him.
Yeah.
But I guess but I'm not saying the whole song is about Kanye, but he's definitely throwing some
jabs at him.
Absolutely.
You feel like that situation will be resolved? I'm sorry, will ever be resolved?
I don't think so.
Possibly.
I don't think Kanye's in a real position to talk about what's going on. I think he just wants stuff done, and he knows he needs to have people to get it done with him. You know what I mean? So I don't think he really wants any resolution with the beefs. I think he just wants it to get to what he really wants to happen. Like, he has a bigger picture in mind.
I feel like at one point Kanye was like had power. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was around the time where he dropped My Dark Twisted Fantasy, like the song. Matter of fact, no one man should have all this power, and I feel like Kanye was really on top of that. And to see where he's at now, like it honestly feels like Kanye is like just relevant just because of his name only, not because of what he's doing. It's just really sad to see.
I mean, Kim said that she's thinking about divorcing Kanye. So I mean.
I'm not gonna say the Kardashians are always in the right, but I feel like Kim has put up with a lot, especially behind closed doors.
But this is not a time where you need to leave your husband. What they say in the vows, there's sickness and health.
That's what it's saying.
Yeah, he's definitely sick right now.
What did he say in the song? He said, "Hold on, let me pull up the lyrics, bro, so I can actually."
You don't feel like that should be justified?
Because it's the part of when he's talking about Kim.
But I feel like while you're looking at that, I just feel like that. Anything dealing with the Kardashians is gonna go left. Kylie Jenner, Megan Thee Stallion, Tory, this situation, O.J. Simpson, Reggie Bush.
I feel what you're saying.
Lamar Odom. Come on.
No, chill out. See, that's not.
Why are the Kardashians always in a situation where something like this happens? Like, it's not a coincidence.
I know they had the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last.
You think he's talking about Kanye and Kim?
Absolutely. What else would he be talking about? They had the crib going crazy down bad. Bruh, if he's not, then I mean, come on. That's a good guess. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I can give you that. Well,
that was a lot to chew on just now, but
I'm really trying to take all this in because I really didn't understand the whole ghost town part until you said nothing.
No, that shit really blew my mind.
I'm telling you.
How long you been harping on that? Because you ain't said nothing.
Look.
No, put a podcast aside, bro. Like, you really wasn't going to share that information?
No. I'm not saying I wasn't going to share it with y'all, but I just had to make sure.
Okay.
But Kanye absolutely has a song called Ghost. Absolutely, bro.
Okay. Well.
I don't think Drake was on the agenda, to be honest. I think that shit just naturally flowed that way, didn't it?
Because we were talking about Kanye tweets.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, I feel like we got all the porn stuff out the way. What else been going on in the world?
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I think, didn't the quarterback for let's talk about sports. How do y'all feel about Bronny James smoking marijuana?
All right, Ronnie, you gotta be careful how you move. I feel like that's what it is. I don't feel like there's a problem with it, but
that's really all it's about.
Yeah, know how to move.
You just gotta know how to move the right way.
Yeah, I know how to move.
You're LeBron James' son. At the end of the day, the internet
had clout since birth.
The internet, bruh. First of all, The internet is corny. That's really what it is.
It's been corny
Seriously,
for a long time.
There's a lot of people on the internet that just.
So do you think? So you're saying Bronny's corny?
No.
I think his action of doing that just wasn't a smart decision.
Right.
Like it just.
So you don't disagree with him smoking weed? You disagree with him posting that?
No, I absolutely can't agree with that.
Okay, so
Good for you.
But a lot of people saying that LeBron's gonna leave the bubble to whoop Bronny's ass. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say the internet is corny. Like, what are y'all like? What?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if like I'm not saying this was going on, but like Brian might have known. Let's say he might have known.
I think LeBron definitely knows.
I feel like he might have known he was smoking weed, but I feel like LeBron moves in a way where he would tell Bronny, okay, you can't do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? But he gives him liberty within his parameters within the house to do what he wants to do. And I feel like him doing that really showed where his maturity is at, which is saying, well, is it like going to 10th grade?
He's 16. He's only 16.
Like,
like let's be real.
You live in
That's what 16-year-olds do.
Yeah, he's
you live
16.
and learn. Like,
And it's California where it's legal at. Like, come on.
Right.
That's like bringing a kid to the water park and saying you can't swim here. Come on.
honestly.
But honestly, I think that, like you said, I feel like him posting it was wrong. But I'm not going to tell my kid not to smoke weed. Because honestly, if he feels comfortable enough to post it on social media, there's no way that I don't know about it.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Like, he smoked weed other times than just post on social media.
Right. That wasn't his first time doing that. Like
Exactly.
that, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I think I saw something on Twitter like scouts have seen Bronny smoking weed and they're impressed that he wasn't able to cough. He didn't cough after he exhaled, something like that.
What?
Bruh. That joke was so funny.
Bro.
And then he posted, we about to smoke that Nuggets pack tonight.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Bruh.
So he was definitely watching the game.
Bruh, he was definitely in tune with the game. But along with Bronny, we have Dwayne Wade's son, Zaire Wade, who
He's leaving, right? They're not playing together no more, right?
No, I don't think they are because they was playing for some Canyon.
But he was a senior.
Yeah, he was.
It was Sierra Canyon.
Yeah.
Sierra Canyon. But he's a senior, so I don't think he really had a lot of offers either. But like, I think he has the ability, like worth ethic wise, to make it. But it's really gonna come down to skill for him. 'Cause I don't feel like he's like a freak athlete or anything like that. Like he's kind of undersized for a guard, not the same stature as his dad. So it's really up to how bad he wanted, to be honest.
But I was more so talking about his recent entanglements with his old lady. Listen, I'm going to say this right now. I'm not advocating for infidelities or anything of that nature. But if our kids are gonna do it, we need to teach them how to do it the right way.
Yeah, that falls back on Dwayne and Gabrielle.
I think it does. I feel like Dwayne Wade is not a good father figure right now.
What do you mean?
I just don't think that he. Now, for his other son that, came out as being gay, I feel like he's a great example for him. But I feel like Dwayne Wade is not advocating as much as he should be for, like, everything that's going on in the household, in my opinion.
Why you say that? What's the reason?
I just feel like he doesn't have control of it.
I feel like a lot of attention was put on that child, and I feel like Zaire might have been, like, kind of lost in the limelight, especially Sierra Canyon. Like, Bronny really kind of was, like, the highlight, and I think Zaire wasn't even playing like that, to be honest.
He wasn't getting no PC.
So I could see, like, the attention.
He was playing, right?
I don't think he was
As a matter of fact, Dwayne and Gabrielle, they were on that most influential list with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that really kind of honed in from them and the way they treated their child. They came out as a. So I could see Zaire kind of getting lost in the sauce a little bit.
But he's young. He'll learn from it. We all have gotten caught up in the past, so
He'll be all right.
he'll be all right. He's young. How old is he? 16, maybe? Around Bronny age?
Nah, he's a senior. So whatever they
18.
17, 18.
He'll learn from it, so I ain't worried about it. Hey, like, son, gotta be more careful. Gotta tread lightly.
Just gotta be more careful. That's all.
Speaking of infidelity, we got a pending divorce of Cardi B and of Offset. What y'all boys think about that?
Apparently, like I always say, I don't pick sides when it comes to celebrity couples. I really don't give a shit, honestly.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care about what
It's all fake.
It's all for TV.
You feel like it's fake?
Absolutely. Like,
You don't think it's fake, Eric?
I mean,
I feel like it
If
could
you
be
compare-
some realness in it, but I just feel like it's like especially being someone y'all came from certain places. You see what I'm saying? And then you finally make it, and then you automatically just date somebody that is
That same status. as
yeah.
you.
Like I just
You don't think it's real genuine?
right.
Yeah.
They might actually like genuinely like each other.
They have a whole baby
or
together.
genuinely have love for each other. I'm not saying that they don't love each other. I'm just saying like. I just think that they be feeling I think they feel like a pressure to low key like get with somebody on that level.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that. But like I said, they have a whole baby together, so there's definitely some love there. You're not going to have a baby with someone that you don't love.
Absolutely.
But with the whole situation. Like I said, I've been finding more information the more I've been dabbling along Twitter and like, running across stuff. But apparently she didn't divorce him because of infidelity. Apparently.
Oh, for real?
She divorced him because they basically couldn't agree on anything. Is what they're saying. That's what Cardi said. And I'm pretty sure that's a lot.
So they grew apart or something like that, right?
Yeah, they grew apart and they just weren't seeing eye to eye. Like she said, have you ever lived in a household with somebody you never could agree with?
What did I agree about?
I guess the whole WAP song, she mentioned WAP too, that Offset saw it as an embarrassment. And
Bro, I saw that, but I thought that was fake.
no, I thought that was true. She said that he said that. You know what I mean? It didn't come from him, but she said that was one of the reasons that they divorced. That he was basically bashing her over her song WAP, which did pretty well.
Well, if you look back at the Migos career and where it's trending now, do you feel like maybe there might be some like jealousy or spite in that statement for him?
The song did well. Like you can't deny it didn't do well.
Yeah, but it's like the Migos as a collective, and even him as an individual, like as an artist, they're not really having that same success. Like, I feel like Cardi's more so on top of the game, where Migos are kind of like trending in the wrong direction. Like I saw something where they just dropped a song called Birkin. They performed at the iHeart Music Festival or something like that.
Right.
Apparently nobody was fucking with it. So it's just like Migos should break up.
Nobody was fucking with it.
The crowd was not reacting to it.
Apparently, the Migos got pissed off at DJ Academics because he said that they lost it or something, and then they was like, "That's all we needed."
Right. Quavo tweeted Academics, and I think Academic was talking something about his girlfriend Sweetie, his shorty.
Yeah.
And Quavo tweeted him saying, "Hey, bro, like pull up to the crowd. I want to talk to you. You just can't be saying stuff on Twitter and not talk to me as a man or something like that."
He's like, "I promise I'm not gonna put my hands on you."
If a nigga tell you that, he's definitely gonna put his hands on you when he sees you.
No, he gonna talk to you first, but after that.
But I just think that with that whole divorce situation, I just want to stop hearing about it because it's not genuine, like me and Rashawn were saying, and it's just for show.
Absolutely for sure.
Terry, how you feel about it?
I don't know. Celebrity couples, like you said, are weird. I don't know. I didn't really see that lasting too long either. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was kind of out of the blue to begin with, anyways. Though, but I mean, if she don't care too much about it, I don't see no reason why I should either. Though.
Mm-hmm. No cap. I have one quick question for y'all boys. I think I saw something on Twitter the other day which had like Young Thug and Meg Thee Stallion in the studio together. I don't know if they was working on music, but they was in the same studio together. Yeah. And I tweeted and said that these might be the two most influential artists in our generation right now.
I did see that.
I didn't know. Meg Thee Stallion and Young Thug?
Yeah.
I don't know about Meg, but I think Young Thug definitely. I feel like Meg has influenced a lot of people, but I look at Young Thug and like the artist he's influenced as well, and I feel like there might be another female. I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
If it was a female, if it was a woman, Young Thug, who would it be? If not Meg Thee Stallion?
I think I saw what you said, and at first I was like, but.
So when I think of influence, I think of impact. What would you say?
Right. I feel that Meg Thee Stallion has had a great impact and influence on females. Like huge impact, huge input on females. Just by like being on the hot girl summer, hot girl shit, all that. I just feel like she has a huge impact. I think Young Thug, his impact is influencing other artists and music and artistry.
But there was a time
I feel like Meg Thee Stallion is just influencing people. She of course she's an artist, but it's going by far past the music.
But I feel like there was a time where Young Thug was in that same position as well. When Young Thug was first coming up, when he was like idolizing Lil Wayne, he was basically doing everything like him. I feel like Young Thug was in that same position as Meg.
I don't know if he was idolizing him, but
people thought Young Thug was weird back then, though.
Yeah. He was supposed to be Wayne's replacement.
No, South Ones niggas know. I'll never forget. Demarius Robinson kept telling me how hard Young Thug was, and I was just like, bro, like he sound weird, like. But like to see
it was that whole mumble rap stuff that he was doing.
Yeah, but like to see where it's taking off now, like mumble rap stuff is kind of like here to stay.
But you got to think about it. Barter 6 was supposed to be Carter, like a Carter tape, and it did pretty well. But I don't think Young Thug wanted to be in that position to just be Lil Wayne's successor. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he did more just to himself by being Young Thug instead of being Lil Wayne's replacement.
I feel like that was a good homage tape though. I feel like that's what I view it as more than like it's like a successor type ordeal. I feel like he definitely wanted to give his due diligence to Wayne with that.
I don't think it was that, bro, because I think Birdman, because it was the whole beef with Birdman and Lil Wayne saying that Birdman was doing Lil Wayne dirty and stuff like that, and then the Barter 6 drop. Yeah. I feel like Birdman used that more as like, nigga, I don't need you. Like, I got other artists that can do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Little Young Thug
That
probably.
shit disrespectful, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. I think Young Thug had intentions for it, but I think Birdman, that whole collaboration team that released the project, I don't think they had the same intention Young Thug had for it, in my opinion. But speaking on like the whole influence thing, if you didn't say Megan Thee Stallion was, I feel like you have to definitely put Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. I would say Nicki Minaj. But my only knock against that is that she's not actively in the game. I mean, she just dropped a song with not Young, but ASAP Ferg called Hill.
I'm picking Megan Thee Stallion over Nicki Minaj.
You are?
Absolutely.
Why?
Right now, absolutely.
Right now, currently, yeah.
Right now, currently, absolutely.
Like before, this one, but
Megan Thee Stallion is a better rapper than Nicki Minaj. She can rap better than Nicki Minaj. That is a fact.
Better, yeah.
That is a fact. If anybody disagree with that, you don't know music. She literally can rap better than Nicki Minaj.
But who makes a better song though? Probably.
Absolutely. Nicki Minaj has the hits. Yeah. I'm not saying she don't have the hits now. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's straight rapping ability.
Meg doesn't have a real catalog.
Bars. That's what I'm talking about.
Bars.
Straight bars. That's what I'm talking about. Not saying Nicki don't have no bars. I'm not saying she don't have no bars.
Right.
But Meg, she can rap.
And Meg is influencing a whole movement and lifestyle.
Meg can out-rap a lot of these niggas out here.
See, I think I viewed the question wrong. I think I viewed it as like who's more influential in the generation. But if we're talking about right now, I think those two do deserve to be up there.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So you're right.
That was I got quiet just now when I said Meg.
No, it was getting quiet.
I had to think about that shit. I was like, damn,
was like,
and then you said niggas don't know music. I was like, okay, let me make sure I word this correctly.
Yeah, I'm not saying Nicki Minaj can't rap. Just before anybody say that, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But Meg can rap. She got bars.
Meg can rap.
Like, she can rap.
She's been rapping for a minute.
Like, she can rap.
She still hasn't dropped an actual album yet. Think about that.
If you listen to Meg can rap, bro. Like for real. I don't know. Nicki Minaj ain't doing all that.
They both can't sing though, so I mean, I think that's what some of all agree on.
Sheesh.
What, Meg singing on one of those songs?
I think she sang on the little 6 or 9 song EP she dropped called Sugar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't think that did too well, honestly. Nope.
You got some tips to give to the people real quick?
Oh yeah.
Little housekeeping.
Let me go and dabble down into this. There's really no reason for us as a generation we are with all this technology, all this cash reward system, all these reward points and stuff like that, for us to be spending full price for anything. These boys know me. I run for QSAT budget. If you don't know what the QSAT budget is, that's spending the least amount of money whenever you can, anywhere, any place. There was a situation where we had just left a high school football game not too long ago. Well, not too long ago, but like back in high school. And them boys want to go get something to eat. But I already ate at the football game.
Already ate and had food.
Yeah. So I said, okay, I'll go out there. I said, we can go to Buffalo Wild Wings if y'all boys want to, but just know I don't plan on eating when we get there.
Yeah.
Unless I'm eating the food I already have in my possession. I think I had like a half-eaten hot dog or a slice of pizza or something like that.
I think it was a slice of pizza.
Yeah, that shit was slapping too. And we went there to the establishment, Buffalo Wild Wings, to be in particular. And them boys ordered their food. I ordered my water, because water's free. And I asked the lady, our server at the time, I can't remember her name, God bless her soul.
She's a black woman like that, so I really thought it was in your face.
Listen, just let me finish telling the story. So I asked the young lady, I said, listen, I have some food I brought into this establishment. I know y'all have technology or devices that can heat up this said food because it's cold now, like 30 minutes after the game, it gets cold. And I don't want to eat any cold food, so would you mind taking my food to the back so it can be heated so I can enjoy it and, eat with my friends?
Absolutely.
Not eat the same thing, but, eat with them. Long story short, she told me no.
She definitely said no.
So I say all that to say that I still left there the same way I came in, happy and money in my pocket. So if y'all don't know anything about money saving tip, I'm going to drop some right now. If y'all have Cash App allows you to save money at certain establishments, whether it be Walmart, Food Lion, Popeyes, Zaxby's. It changes weekly. So Boost. The Cash App Boost is the best way to go. So before you spend money on any food or go anywhere to spend money, look at your Cash App card and look and see what boost you got that week. Because I promise you're going to save a lot of money. I always get excited when I see that I saved $3 this week on Cash App. So I've already put them boys on. And them boys be hitting me up, asking me, hey, Q, what food discounts you got today? I'm like, shit, I don't know. Let me check. Sure enough, he be there. So yeah, Cash App boost. Use that whenever you have. If you don't have a Cash App card, you cannot use the boost. So you have to get the Cash App card.
Gotta get the Cash App card.
You gotta do all the steps.
And it's full circle. Do all the steps, and don't do all the steps for this. And when you ask us why you didn't win the raffle, you didn't do all the steps for that. Like you gotta be consistent. So do that.
You gotta start somewhere.
It's free for shipping, so you don't have to pay for it to get shipped to your house. Just write your signature on it and whatnot, and it's free. It's like a debit card. It's like your own personal debit card.
I heard they changed it too. Like,
For real?
it looks different now.
Oh, I did see that shit.
It's like green or something.
Oh, all right. I'm still using mine.
Me too. Still got mine. Mine works.
As long as it works.
Yeah, I ain't getting a little.
Also, there's an app called the Get Upside app, and basically, y'all know y'all do y'all traveling from y'all destinations A to B as frequent as y'all do. It's basically the app that saves you money on gas. Wherever you go, there's certain gas stations that will give you cash back on the gas station you go to. So you just can't go to any gas station. Like, you can't just go to the Sheetz or QT that's in your neighborhood. You have to look at the app and see what gas stations are allowing you to get cash back on it. And sometimes it'll be like you can get 15 cents back on each gallon that you purchase or anything of that nature. But it all adds up. So imagine getting money back for however often you get gas. That's basically what it is. So who doesn't love free money? And the app allows you to redeem that money at, I feel like you can go to AMC, you can go to Longhorn, take the shorty out to wherever she wants to go for Longhorn.
You get PayPal, you can drop it right there.
PayPal. You also get a check in the mail. Like they'll mail you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. At bottom, you said you can get a check in the mail.
Sheesh.
So
Let me get my shit.
Go and get that, because I know y'all like, you shorties love to eat. I know you love to eat, so go and get that app,
Might as well go ahead and get it.
where there's really no need to spend money or save or pay full price for anything. That's pretty much all I'm saying. So those are my money saving tips for, this podcast. Don't say I didn't put y'all boys on, and if I did, I just want y'all to acknowledge me. But it's your boy Marquise QSAF signing out. It was a good conversation, y'all boys. I ain't gonna lie.
It definitely was a good conversation, man. Hey, if you haven't checked out last week's episode, go check that out, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. We had fun doing it. This your boy Ray Rashawn. Y'all boys be easy.
It's your boy Easy. Y'all fellas really hit it on the head, you know what I'm saying? To make you really, I feel like the consensus of this is like where your heart at, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be with your intentions, with your money, or with your shorty, you know what I'm saying? Where your heart at.
Be genuine in everything you do.
Honestly. But the darkness may last for a night. Joy will come in the morning. It's your boy Easy. Peace.